Committee. It is my honor to introduce to you my friend, my mentor, and who I have worked with during the past several years in our community, Dr. Scott Janney.
My name is Scott Janney. I love America. I'm both a 10th generation American and a grandson of a naturalized American citizen. I'm very proud of it. I love Pennsylvania, descending from a woman who was born here before William and Rock, and spending most of my life in the state. My son's ancestor, my wife, became more about to in 1765. And it's been my honor to train in this institution since 2013. I want to announce my author of 27 books, including the award-winning historical novels in the East. I am not a career development. I've spent my career so far as author, trainer, author, and during the last 5 years, I led a small team to correct $1 billion in hunger, homelessness, education, and the other dimensions of the salary market. In my territory, to go from Kentucky to Puerto Rico to me. I'm a man who sees the problem and asks, what can I do to help? So when I started discussing our values problems, leaders from Northampton County and Harrisburg, they asked me to make this run. I accepted the challenge. I've been running against someone who has occupied the seat since 1998. A year that started life. That's too long. She's drawn a salary from political jobs for over 3 decades. She sits on the energy committee, where in 2020, 2021, she put a lot of effort into bringing Pennsylvania into the regional greenhouse gas emission. In April of 2021, she said of Reggie, Reggie is the only available option to address climate change. She voted for Reggie in committee and on the Civil War. We got it in 2022. We spent $3 million on her salary for 3 decades, plus all those her fees charges instead of just asking for extra expenses, so that she would help. And she used her energy committee assignment to increase more utility bills. Then in October of 2025, 3 years later, she said, "Energy is irrelevant. It does not reflect the realities of today's grid or today's costs. It's time to move on." The senator who sat there since the previous Senate and who gave us energy just a few years ago in 2022 called Reggie fast rich. And about Reggie, she says, it's time to move on. What I'm saying about this is always, it's time to move on. So why do I think I'm able to do a better job representing people like that? First, I listen to donors. Have you ever asked someone for dollars? I'm not talking about asking to stay. I spent my career listening to other people feel, asking how they would fix it, and helping them support programs that accomplish their dreams. I received letters from major donors thanking me for helping them make a difference. I listened to a guy continue. I have a lot of loyalty to most of my performers I might see. Someone else is in each division is their original boss. But since I started in 2020, after 4 years every time, I have been raising more than twice in 2021 in 2025 from 48 million. I was in the finance, general counsel, risk management, and property and bring them to a common understanding of how their leaders act, how my team can help them reach their goals. I negotiate between shared goals to people who don't see dollars, real estate, or risk from my perspective. I learn their language and their message, and we all end up getting our goals met together. You get more stories. And moving from representing most respected charity in America to representing new Harrisburg, I will put those skills to use, fulfill, and achieve all their goals. Their freedom, the acronym is SC. A pro-growth, Pennsylvania first approach for best on Pennsylvania's development supports federal and local efforts built on the climate to promote a better world. By simplifying regulations, government leaders support middle leaders, strengthen the this will create opportunity for building a stronger future for us. Across the next year, we need to and voices and heads and gas set free violence and action. It shows 43 states where gas is under $3, while Pennsylvania is the only state east of the bar not to Pennsylvania create 5 we can develop our international assets, oil, nuclear, natural gas, coal and timber, responsibly to provide reliable revenue for education, infrastructure, and essential services without raising taxes on individuals. We can protect our environment while supporting the industries and workers. However, Pennsylvania should lead the way with common sense, responsible energy production, and not be forced by stupid laws, regional greenhouse gas emissions, to have our prices and policies dictated by New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia. Citizens first. Pennsylvania's served policies reflect action and common sense. Welcoming those who come here legally and enforcing laws to keep all of us. That's not the only day. You were shocked to realize sanctuary city policies of legalizing independent mountains, meaning that if he was in local police custody today, suspected of committing a crime, and then illegally was in custody or suspended of the very same offense, he spends would be true first. In the Lehigh Valley, a citizen will be held in a county prison, but an illegal alien will be set free. How does that make sense? The democratic fixation on promoting illegal immigration and interfering with the federal government's responsibility to protect our borders, puts citizens at last and makes our communities less safe. Now, I said my three-letter acronym was SPC. Look it up on your phone. Look it up on your phone, and you'll find it stands for Storm Protection Center, part of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, put in place to protect people, property, and infrastructure from severe weather. Well, a storm is coming. We can see the evidence. In fact, there's a tsunami. We've always been in these things. Right now, I think we need to all to use the keystone like a rock control. Standing against the sea, and I'm standing here for Pennsylvania, and for a stronger economy, and it's bringing energy and citizens first. I'm Scott Janney, and I'm asking for your support. Thank you. Hey! We got a person up there. There's a big sleep. Yeah. I'm only just